How's it going, everyone? Daxellz here, and today we're going to be checking out another video, another suggested one on Discord. If you want to suggest a video, it's more likely to be seen in the Discord, so make sure you suggest them there. The English language is a giant meme. Let's get straight into it. And away we
English is a difficult language.
Is
we park
it?
our cars on a driveway, but we drive cars on a parkway. When you transport something by car, it's called a shipment. But when you transport something by ship, it's called cargo. Piano players are called pianists, but race car drivers aren't called racists. The most popular sport played in North America is football, but there is no ball, and they use their hands, not their feet. We cook bacon, but we
That's an American thing, though.
bake cookies. We have an alphabet with 26 letters, and it's always recited in the same way. But is there any reason that the alphabet has to be in that specific order? It can get really, really confusing.
True. It's a giant meme. Okay.
Nouns are things, like, literally. They're an object, like a table or a car. They're people, they're places. Verbs are words that are used to describe actions. The girl ran down the road. The guy jumped into the pool. But alas, English comes in and just screws this entire thing up. Some words are both nouns and verbs at the same time, and can be used in the same sentence.
For example?
Sometimes, you can create entire drawn-out sentences from a single word.
No shot.
The word police is an example.
Okay.
The police are, well, the police. Cops, you know.
But then there's policing.
But police is also a verb, as in watching over or keeping an order. So, technically, police police, police police, police police, police police is a real sentence. So is Buffalo, Buffalo.
Wait. No way, right? Like, police. Wait, you can't police a police, right? After that, it wouldn't make sense.
Police.
So you could do it 3 times, but you couldn't do it 4 times, right? Surely. You can't police. It wouldn't make sense, right?
Police.
Police. No, he's trolling.
Is a real sentence.
No way.
So
that
is
can't be.
Buffalo.
In what context? Wait, what?
For some reason.
No shot. But wait, what's the two different meanings between buffalo then? It's just one, the animal, right? Buffalo. So you couldn't say buffalo. It would just be buffalo. I'm confused.
We call it a building, even though it's already been built. Words like that and had can be used back to back in sentences and still end up making sense in the end. I don't think that makes any sense at all, but yet we still do it almost every day and barely even notice it.
Sure.
2 students, James and John, were taking an English test and had been asked to describe a man who has suffered from a cold in the past. John writes, "The man had a cold," while James writes, "The man had a cold." In the end, John's answer was marked incorrect, while James's was marked correct.
Wait.
So, to summarize, James, while John had a better effect on the teacher. This is still the real sentence. It gets a lot easier to read when we add in punctuation and emphasis on some words, but still, just why?
Yeah, true.
Some words are spelled the same and have multiple meanings. Homonyms. Some of these can and can't rhyme at the same time. The word lead rhymes with read, but lead doesn't rhyme with red. Red rhymes with lead, though.
Wait.
But lead doesn't rhyme with red.
What about read?
Red rhymes with...
Is it just said differently? Read. You're reading? Read? Is read not a word? Read's a word, right? Or is it just pronounced differently?
Lead, though. Did I just polish my car, or did I polish it? Using chemicals to remove the polish is pretty fine and standard, but use chemicals to remove the polish, and you might be Hitler.
Oh my god.
Does this shampoo mean no tears or no tears? The word bow can mean many things, like a bow and arrow, or a bow as in the bow on a Christmas gift, or the bow of a ship, or you could bow in front of someone. Some words look like they should rhyme, but just don't. This is the word bomb. Change the B to a T, and now it's tomb. Okay, let's try again. Change the first letter to a C, and now it's comb, which doesn't rhyme with either bomb or tomb. Alright, that's fine. Just change the C to an H, and we have home. Wait, that's not how you spell it.
No.
There, better. But wait, change the H to an S, and it becomes some, which doesn't rhyme with
This is so dumb.
This is why English is confusing. especially
Yeah.
for those people who are learning English as a second language. Letters don't always make the same sounds.
True.
Phonetics is the study of the way that words and letters sound. But funny enough, the word phonetics isn't even spelled phonetically. X usually makes
Wow.
a X sound, like in the words apex, relax, and tax. But sometimes, when placed by other letters, just causes it to make a completely different sound. Xylophone and xenophobic are two examples where the sound just completely switches to a Z.
They're the only words
So why
with
don't we
X
just use a Z instead of
starting
X?
with X.
C sometimes sounds like K, like in cat and can.
Yeah.
But C also sometimes sounds like S, like in cigar or scent. Quick side note, the letter W is kinda weird too. In most books and fonts and web pages, it looks more like a double V than a double U,
True.
but I guess it all
true.
depends on how you write
Wow.
it.
Okay.
The letters G and H and P and H, when put together, end up making an F sound. But even still, the ending OUGH is one of the most confusing ones in the entire language. Take these words: cough, rough, bow, through, and though. All of these words end in OUGH, but somehow none of them rhyme with each other. But pony and baloney do. It just doesn't make sense. You see this abomination of a word? Just take a guess on how to pronounce it. Since some of our letters make multiple sounds, and when put together with other letters sound like
I
other
don't
letters,
know.
you can spell words in
I'm
ways
dyslexic
that they
though.
just shouldn't be. Use the GH sound in tough, the O sound from women, and the TI sound from nation, and you get the word fish. If you take the W in answer,
What?
the H in ghost, the extra A in aardvark, and the T in listen, you get the word what. Nobody would hear it though, because all of those letters are silent. One of the dumbest things about English is how we use silent letters. Letters that otherwise make a sound sometimes decide they just don't want to show up.
Yeah, that's dumb. I
This
hate
is
that.
a B. This
Yep.
is also a B.
Yep.
This is a very long Q. This is also a very long Q.
Yeah.
This is a blue eye. So is this. The S in island, the P in psychology, the H in honest, the O in possum. What's even the point of silent letters? They're only good for
True.
tricking spelling bee contestants who are given words that they've literally never seen before or will ever use again.
Yep.
Believe it or
It's-
not,
it's so
every
dumb.
single letter in the English alphabet is silent sometimes. Sometimes we get lazy and we don't want to say multiple words. So instead, we use contractions. We put in an apostrophe and just completely get rid of half the letters in some words. I am going to has since turned into Ima. It's informal, but we cut out 3 spaces and 75% of the letters, and yet we still all understand it.
Oh yes.
Have not is shortened to haven't, did not turns into didn't,
It's
they
like
are is
line
shortened to
K
there.
in a text message.
But
We know what it
have
means.
multiple theirs. There's there,
Just
there,
got, I don't
and
know,
there.
but you know.
All of which are used in their own different situations, but we'll get there later. There's plenty of people who don't know what the difference between your and your is, but hopefully you're not one of them. We
I'm
kind
one
of
of
took
them.
this too
I don't
far
care.
though,
I
and made
really don't
triple
care.
contractions. We started slurring our words so badly that we ended up with things like Yaldov and Yudanov.
What?
But to be honest, sometimes these contractions don't even make much sense once you expand them. Take this question for example. Why won't she come to my birthday party? When you expand the contraction, it becomes, why will not she come to my birthday party? I
That's
don't know.
weird. That don't make sense.
Some words have multiple meanings, which is fine. But what isn't fine is when they're completely opposite of each other. Contronyms. For example, off.
What the hell is a
Here,
contronym?
the light just got turned off, as in deactivated.
Yeah.
But when my alarm goes off in the morning, it turns on, or is activated.
yeah.
The word screen is also a contronym.
Wait, no, that makes sense, right?
You can use a hat to screen your face from the sun, as in to conceal or protect it. But movie theaters tend to screen new movies when they come out, as in to show or display. Commas are also very important. They can be used to bridge 2 sentences into one, or separate items in a list.
True.
But there's a gray area here as to when you should or shouldn't use them.
True, I never
The
know
Oxford
when.
comma is
I
one of the most
never know
debated
when.
things in the English language. Simply put, it's the last comma used in a sentence with 3 or more items. But for some
What?
reason, a lot of people choose just not to use it. Most people don't even know that they're doing anything wrong. Here's an example. I love my parents, John and Lisa. This
Why
is
is
a
there
normal
2 commas?
sentence, right?
What?
You can tell that there's at least 3 different people here and there's no confusion. Now, without the Oxford comma. I love my parents, John and Lisa. Here it gets kind of
Wait.
confusing. Are your parents' names John and Lisa, or are John and Lisa other people? It just causes unnecessary
Why would there be other
confusion,
people?
even for people
How
who
is
are
that
native
confusing? Wait, go back.
I love my
How is that
parents,
confusing?
John and
Lisa, yeah.
speakers. Here it gets kind of confusing.
That's not
Are your
confusing at
parents'
all.
names John and Lisa?
Yes.
Or are John and Lisa other people?
Why would there be
It just
other people?
causes unnecessary confusion, even for people who are native speakers. For people learning English as a second language, it makes things 1,000 times more difficult because it's so inconsistent across the world. Some places use them, other places don't. The masculine pronouns in English are he, his, and him. So you might imagine that the feminine ones are she, shiz, and shim. But they aren't. Instead, we change it to she, hers, and her. In English, you might notice that we often change things up just for the sake of being difficult.
Ananas.
Ananas.
Ananas. Ananas.
Pineapple.
But pineapples have no pine, nor are they an apple. Some numbers make sense, like 60, 70, and 80. But at the same time, we have numbers that
That's just everyone else's fault. Get good.
don't make sense, like 20, 30, and 40, which don't match. We say in November, but we say on Friday. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty clear that English is broken.
No,
But you know-
no.
At the end of the day, it's what it's.
It is what it is. What? It's what it's? What? That makes no sense.
Since there is no time like the present, I feel like now is the best time to present the present.
For
The
example?
gift of knowledge.
Oh,
This video was sponsored by Brilliant. Brilliant
Yeah, they
is a
sponsor a lot of
problem-solving based website and app with a hands-on approach. With over 60 interactive courses in math, science, and computer science. There's a little something for everyone, and they make learning intriguing and straightforward. With interactive courses to get you involved with what you're learning, it's a very effective way to reinforce the concepts that you learn, so you can apply them to other scenarios. Brilliant puzzles you, surprises you, and expands your understanding of the modern world. They help explain how some of the most advanced technology in the world works through logic and reasoning. If you're interested in learning more about math, science, and computer science,
Not
head
really.
to brilliant.org/aperture for a free trial. The first
I would like to learn how that video
check
edit
it out
more, though.
will get 20% off of a premium subscription and will allow you to take as many of Brilliant's courses as you'd like. You'll be supporting my channel and yourself at this.
Okay, good video. Good video. That was who was that by the way? That was by Aperture. Good video. That was very confusing and really annoying, especially being dyslexic. I understood like as much as I could, and you can clearly see when I got confused. Yeah, that was a very good video. Very good video. Made me question life and my own native language. Okay, everyone, that is the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you check out the original in the description down below. Enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, comment what you'd like me to react to next, subscribe if you're new or just haven't yet. I will see you in the next video. Laters.